Hey, welcome back to the channel. We are finishing up our Starfox 64 playthrough. Now, if you're new here, there are, I think there are two videos that I've done that are full playthroughs of Starfox 64 that take the hard route around the left side, and then the quote-unquote easy route along the right side. So this video will be, I've only got a couple of sectors that are left, planets or whatever, if you will, that are left in these playthroughs. So if you want to see the full playthroughs, I would recommend the two other videos that I made before this one. The only things that I had left to show you guys were some of the middle planets. So we haven't done Katina, and we haven't done Solar, which is kind of like the sun system here, and Macbeth, which is the train station. So this video actually, and there's, in order to get to Katina, you have to go either mission complete on Sector Y, which is the green one on the left side, or you have to go a specific route through the asteroid belt. So I like to do these playthroughs, and I like to point out little quirky things that I've been playing this game for so many years, and there's all sorts of little quirky things that you can do to complete the game or get mission accomplished, because there's apparently a difference, but there's so many different playthrough routes that you can do. So today we're gonna focus on the asteroid belt route that takes us toward Katina, and see if I can show you those other planets that were left out of the previous video. So let's get started. There's two routes that you can take after the asteroid belt. One of them, you have to go through the charged lasers. I'm going to show you all this. And if you fail to do that, then it takes you to Fortuna, which takes you to the Star Wolf all range mode level. So I'm gonna let these play through so you can, these little cinematic cuts, I like to keep these. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I've got all sorts of playthroughs I'm doing. I'm kind of on a nostalgic kick, trying to finish up some the Starfox 64 playthrough, but I am going to go back and finish some Halo 3 that I had started a while back, and I have all sorts of different games: Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, original Xbox, newer Xbox, Game Boy games, like you name it, I've got it. So if there are certain games that you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know how terrible I am at this game. That's super fun. I like to hear from you all. I did have a subscriber who really wanted a playthrough of this game. I believe he lost his copy, or maybe his brother took his copy years ago, and he doesn't get to play that anymore. So he likes the nostalgic little trip that we take here on this channel to play some of those older games. But this is some fond memories of childhood with some of these games. So whole lot of fun. So coming up here, if you've seen the other playthrough, you know that there is a charged laser run-up that you have to do to get to sort of a secret section of this level, and that will allow you to take part in a different route. And I believe that's the one we're going to try to attempt to do so that we can get to Katina, which is the middle. It's like that beige sort of planet. So that's the way you get there.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
You have to go through these sets of blue sort of rings, and that's how you have to hit all of them. I forget if it's like 6 to 8 different ones that you have to fly through, and if you miss it, it doesn't take you to that part of the level. It takes you to a different boss, which then takes you to Fortuna afterwards. So in fact, in a different playthrough, I'm gonna show you guys that one, because you completely skip that boss if you go the secret level route. So just so that you guys see that boss, I actually really like that boss because it's a copy of the Super Nintendo, one of the Super Nintendo bosses. It's like an exact copy of that one. So it's kind of cool to see that. So that will be a separate run through. Unless I mess this one up, then it'll be part of this run through. I won't mess it up though. That's how confident I am here. I do have another film and photography channel. As you guys can see, it's on the side of the screen there. I do kind of more serious videos. This one's just for fun. Playing a lot of video games, doing some run-throughs, you know, letting you guys, the viewers, know different little quirky things, especially with these older games, because I know them so well. You learn little tidbits that back in the day you had to learn from your friends. We didn't really have, you know, internet to internet kind of came afterwards, or it got popular enough that you could basically run through. Back in the day, we either used strategy guides that came out in magazines, or you got your group of friends and you all played the game and you all had to figure it out later. There's like a little, there it is. Falco shoots it. As long as you save Falco in the first one, he shoots that little rock there for you. Otherwise, it's completely invisible to you. You have to know which one it is. So this is the section. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 of those. If you miss any of those, it does not take you to this secret level section of the asteroid belt, which then it won't take you to the ability to choose whether you want to go to Fortuna or Katina, I believe. So we have successfully gotten to this part of the level, and this is kind of just the precursor to Katina. And when we get there, there's a lot to say about Katina. There's a lot of cool stuff. Oh, I almost never play. I hit the button by accident. You can do kind of this first-person cockpit view, and when you do a barrel roll, it's real trippy. That's probably going to throw some of you off, your vision there. Make some people nauseous. We'll keep off of that. I am playing this on the real console, so you're seeing this in 4:3 aspect ratio. You know, that boxy look that you connected to your old CRT TVs. This is, I'm doing a game capture directly through the console. This is not emulated, so you're not seeing this like remade or remastered or, you know, HD where the textures are all nice. This is the real deal. So for some of you purists out there, maybe appreciate that. That's what this is. Just got through, yeah, this is my N64 control. This thing still works. I have a Sega Genesis down here as well. Everything's kind of underneath me on the desk that I'm playing on here. Try to keep my hands off the table because I got my camera over there and it shakes, especially when I'm smashing the laser button, the A button. So, okay, so here's Katina. You have the option to change. You can change course, but this is kind of what we planned on. So if you were to change course, it would take you to Fortuna. So we are not going to do that. We're going to proceed, and we're going to go to Katina. And hey, I'll talk you through it as we get through here.
Katina is battling the enemy. Will you help him out?
Affirmative, General.
So Katina, unless you go the Sector Y route, would be the first time you get to do all range mode. Which, you know, back in the early days of 3D here, this was really cool to try out this all range mode. Because you're essentially in a circular arena, and it's no longer, essentially it's no longer a rail shooter, where the screen is just moving forward. You just kind of just go wherever within the constraints of this circle. So this level is taken straight out of the movie Independence Day. There's going to be a mothership that approaches, and all the aliens come out of, you know, their little tiny starships. And I love the Bill voice. He's like this like hippie, maybe California sort of voice acting. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities to Independence Day, kind of even shot for shot. Some of these, the way you'll see when they start coming out of the mothership, and Bill's like, "Whoa, mothership approaching." It's a fun line. At least I think it is. So there's a few funny things that happen here. Anytime you're in all range mode, when you accidentally either shoot an enemy, one of your allies, they'll say some funny lines, but they'll also say funny lines if you take out one of the enemies, if they happen to be trying to shoot them at the same time. There's another thing that's really, really hard to do. I think I've only ever done it once, and it's that if none of your allies, including Bill's allies, if you manage to not destroy even a single one, then you get a different line at the end of the level from Bill. He says something like, "I'm really glad you're on my team, Starfox." Something along those lines. But the thing is, it's super hard to actually do that, because if you're like me and you use a charged laser a lot, you'll get some collateral damage, and you'll end up taking out some of your own guys. Or if they just happen to get shot during regular gameplay, or even if like one of your own allies accidentally shoots them, they'll get killed. The other thing is, like, you cannot use bombs at all. If you try to use bombs, you'll kill your own allies. So there's Slippy saying he was mine. So you gotta shoot these hatches. Yeah, he was talking about.
The hatches are open.
Yeah, he lets you know. So I'm not going for that. I'm not going for the. It's super hard to do. I just shot one of my allies there by accident. But like, yeah, if that happens even once, you don't get the special message from Bill at the end. It changes, the dialogue changes just a tiny bit. It's also really hard to get the medal on this, because you have to save all your, your Starfox team you gotta save. You gotta get 150, I believe. And eventually there's a time limit on the core. When the core of the mothership comes out, you have to deal with that. And if you take too long because you're trying to get enough enemy vehicles destroyed, then you actually get fewer points. Instead of getting like the full 10 for the core or whatever, you only get 5. Or you get 6. You get 1 plus 5. Okay, so let's go for these hatches. The old U-turn, I love it. I love the animation for the U-turn and the somersault, and pretty cool.
There's some sort of energy reaction.
Yeah, so there's a little timer. There's a 1-minute timer. So at this point, you can just take out the core, and then you're done. You're done with the level. If you're trying to get to 150, obviously you kind of have to delay to try to get as many kills as you can, and it's pretty rough. It's pretty hard to get the medal on this one. There you go. So let's see what he says. I think he just says, "Take care, Fox." That's the regular dialogue. You don't get the other one. My teammates all have full health.
Take care, Bob.
Yeah, there it is.
You too, Bill.
So I still have, I believe Solar and Macbeth are still left on my playthroughs. Let me see if on this, because I may cut this video off here and then make a separate video, because the run through will be different. It won't allow you to take that route. Oh, there it is. It will let you. All right, well, we're going to turn this playthrough into going through Solar and going through Macbeth. So let's just keep going. These are that, like I said, the last route that I hadn't done. If you haven't checked out the previous videos, the planets that are kind of in the middle, including Solar, which I guess isn't a planet. Maybe it is, I don't know. Sun. That's what was left.
That area's an oven. Don't go burning that R-wing. Be reasonable, Fox.
I'll be careful.
There's a super funny section where Slippy is complaining about how hot it is, and then he proceeds to like dive bomb straight into this lava. You'll see when it comes up. I'll point it out.
Keep an eye on your shield gauge.
There we go.
The R-wing might not make it.
Yeah, so you're just constantly taking damage. So you have to shoot the rocks to get your silver rings, gold rings, to keep your health bar up. I'm already almost halfway dead. And yeah.
Shoot the rock.
I think to get the medal on this is also like 150, and it's hard to get that number. Oh yeah, Bill comes back to help if you take that route.
Don't get too excited. Here we go.
I don't remember if when an ally shows up, if he by taking out enemies, does it detract from your points? Because like you're not taking out the enemies that he's taking out. I got to keep track of the numbers, or maybe I can't do it while I'm shooting. Hard to do both things at once. You guys tell me in the comments who are watching this video if that makes a difference. Let me know if you like this format as well. I only recently started putting my face in the video into the corner. It kind of works all right with the older game consoles because they're 4:3 aspect ratio, so I can kind of tuck myself into the corner. I don't know how I feel about. I know a lot of streamers who play, modern that's where Slippy was going straight down into the lava, complaining about the heat but dive bombing at the same time. That's just funny to me. I was saying that I know a lot of streamers will put their face up and it kind of blocks part of the screen because everything now is 16:9. I guess if you kind of strategically put it off to one side, it's okay. It's not covering any hubs or anything like that. But yeah, let me know if you like my face in these videos, if me talking through them is cool. These games are so old, people already know. It's probably just been some years since they've played. Some people don't like to hear you talk. It's like, shut up during all the cinematic cuts and all that stuff. We don't need to hear your stinking voice. Well, this is my YouTube channel. So, you're here for my lovely personality. That's why you're here. Because you can watch these run-throughs anywhere else in better quality. Because they're not the Nintendo 64. Here we go. This thing looks like a giant bug, even though we're on the sun. Giant lava monster looking thing. Oh, you shoot the arms off, that's what it was. Woo! Missed me with that.
Maybe it's an arm. Aim for the arm.
I think I went too early with that bomb there. There it is. Whew! Now we gotta see if it'll take us to Macbeth, which is a train station. And there's also, I guess, technically there's also 2 routes you could do there. You'll see. You'll see here in a minute. I'll let you guys know what happens on Macbeth. There's a route where you have to hit all the switches and it changes the rail station, the way the rails they move, the way they operate, and changes the final boss. So 95. I can't remember if it's 100 or 150. For the metal, I mean. Oh, it does take you to Macbeth. All right, we're going through Macbeth. This is the tank. Here we go.
So you're going to attack the enemy base? Great idea, Fox.
It'll be a piece of cake, General.
I actually really like this level. Some people really hate the tank. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's the other tank level. I really don't like the other tank level. This one feels like it's like a pause between all the action from just the regular R-Wing levels. It just feels a little different, and that's the pacing of this game is just, it's wonderful. The way the levels are done so that they're all just a little bit different, or you know, the inclusion of all range mode and all of that stuff is just really well done, I think. If you shoot all the rail cars, it kind of makes your life easier here. Get points for all this stuff. What do you think I'm doing, Peppy? That's where I usually hit Peppy, right there. He flies right underneath you. So you can still boost and brake, and the hover action is kind of the new thing. If you press both your L and R, and you do a little hover thing, and you can boost in the air while you do it. So like you do that, and then kind of boost at the same time. You almost need a claw grip to do that. Yeah, he's telling you try hovering. Woo. Oh, I should have taken that one out. I guess you still can.
I guess I should be thankful.
Oh, the frame rate drops there. Too many textures loading in. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He's trying to... Yeah, now you're forced to hover. Oh, messed that one up. So if you do... So there's about to be these switches coming up, and you have to hit 8 of them, I believe. If you hit all 8 of them, then you can change the direction that the rail system is going, and then you get a different boss ending. I remember being a kid and it was really hard. I was like, where's the 7th one? Where's the... I think it was the 7th one that was really hard to find. Now it's, you know, super easy because I've done it a million times, but...
I see the fuel bunker on the right side. Take the switch ahead. Shoot the 8 switches to open them up.
8 switches, Peppy says. So there's 1. They all have numbers on them, so it's nice to sort of see what's going on. That's 3. There's 1 on the left. And there's like 1 through here. And they go to the... They turn green, and the little flag that's on them goes to the right side. So if you're having trouble seeing for whatever reason, you can actually just... Yeah, that one's kind of hidden if you don't... If you haven't taken out the rail cars on the train, it's easy to miss because it's on the far left side of the screen. There's one through here. So the boss fight is already present, I guess. And you can, you know, you can take them out like that, but you do this, you shoot all the switches, and then Falco helps you with that one, assuming Falco's alive. And then you just hit the switcher. It's up here on the right side. If not, you have to fight this boss. You take out his tail, you take out his wings, and you kill him that way. Now there's the switch. I believe you get a 1 plus 50 because it just tears apart the supply depot.
No! Give them way! Okay, stop it!
The first time I saw that you could do that, because it was so hard when I was a kid to actually get all the switches like that, I didn't know where they were. You feel like such a badass because you do this ginormous explosion as opposed to having to fight them the other way, and it also takes you to a different route. It doesn't take you, I think it'll take you to Area 6 now if you do this. If you don't, it forces you to the Bolts defense.
I can see the look on their stupid faces.
Wow.
I'm sure we heard him this time. Now it's our turn to kick some tail.
Cool. So I was able to do that middle route, and those are the last few levels or planets, or what have you, that were not in the other playthroughs. So if you want to see the endings of, you know, the rest of this playthrough, you can check out those other videos because they're already up here on my channel, and you can see the ending. So this video will be just a little bit shorter. I did get the medal for that one. 150, I suppose, is what it was. Yeah, so if you want to check out the rest of this playthrough of Starfox, check out my other two videos. You can see both of these different routes. So I will make one more video, and it's just going to be the asteroid belt, and I'm going to purposely not do the secret level route because I want to show you guys that first boss that is like a remake. It's like a perfect remake of the Super Nintendo version of that boss. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, look out for that video. I'm going to make that right now. See you guys then.